So g'day and welcome back. As I stated in my last video, I'm going to explain to you why our veggie patch is currently covered in plastic. So we're going to try a method I've learnt about called stale seed bedding. In the past, as you know, you see me doing a lot of rotary tilling with the good old Briggs and Stratton rotary tiller, which is fine, that's fine. But this year I decided to try a method that I've been watching on Curtis Stone, the urban farmer, and it's called stale seed bedding. So the idea behind it is to cover your beds with plastic, and it will smother out any weeds that are there. Also, as the weather gets better, the plastic warms up, the ground warms up, and any seeds that are sitting at the surface or just below will germinate. So, and then once they germinate, they don't get any light, so they die off as well. So returning natural nitrogen to the soil. So that's the plan of the plastic. As you can see, all the weeds over there, I've not had time. My onions have gone to the weeds. So, yeah, hopefully this is going to reduce our weed pressure. And when it comes to removing this plastic to actually plant the crops, I'm going to use a low-till method this year, where you basically stick the fork into the soil and just rock it backwards and forwards. So it aerates the soil, it allows water to penetrate, but it doesn't actually turn the soil over and bring old seeds that are sitting below the surface up to the top. So that's the theory behind stale seed bedding and the reduced weed pressure. I mean, you're never ever going to get rid of weeds. They're the bane of my existence. But yeah, so our quick garden plan this year, if we come and have a look, this bed here's just got our cauliflowers finishing off, so I've still got a couple of months to get this covered, kill off all these weeds, and replant hopefully. I'm also going to use a thing called a flame weeder, which is basically a big gas torch, so that when you do pull your plastic off and you leave it for a couple of weeks, any excess seeds that are left over and do germinate, hit them with the gas torch and burn them. So last year we had potatoes in this bed. The year before that we had cabbage, cauliflower, broccolis, and tomatoes up this close end. So I think we're going to I might put some corn in. I'm going to change the layout of the garden a bit. So this row of plastic here is about 13 metres, so I'll split that in half to roughly 6 metre beds. So I should get 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not worried about the fifth one here at the moment, but I should get 2 6 metres up there. So that's the plan, and we're going to structure our garden a little bit different. So what we've got left over at the moment, we've still got a couple of nice cauliflowers. There's 2 left, I think. We just recently harvested this one. This is a nice big cauliflower, so that's ready to go. Give half of that to Barry. This one's got a little one in there under this mesh. Yeah, this didn't go awesome this season. If I can walk around here without falling over. Now, they're still growing, but they're gone to seed. Purple cauliflower, or is it broccoli, went to seed. Yeah, it's gone to seed, so I'll probably end up ripping these 2 over, and I might even sort of prepare these for autumn beds. We've got the last of a few cabbages there. Yeah, not really fussed on that. I'm starting to bring some other seeds up. Over here, under this plastic, going to put potato. There's a few potatoes over there that have survived the winter, and they'll probably come back a bit more, so we might get an early early season of potato from over there. They'll probably just be little spuds that you boil up or mash, but it is what it is. Rhubarb's starting to come back. That got knocked around a little bit. As I've already mentioned, the onions over there aren't awesome. We've got some peas here, very slow. There's some beetroot in here and some other things that Barry put in, but he hasn't had a great chance of doing a lot of his weeding this season, and I haven't either. So what have I got covering the screen there? But we do, we've got some turnips over there, and Brussels sprouts. We had a good season of Brussels sprouts finally. They're Brussels sprouting along. There's still some on there, and if I get in here and they're hard to see unless I get under there, so I'll do that quickly. See what we've got left. We've already had a couple of goes at them, and so there's some sprouts in there and some good sized sprouts there. So they went really well, which they got smashed. Oh, that's getting spun around, and excuse the camera work. They got smashed by hail earlier this year, and yeah, they come back really well. Peas are getting knocked about. Well, we had some winds as well, so they're getting knocked about. They're starting to produce peas, and I think there's also snow pea in there, so yeah, they've got heaps of flowers on them and stuff. Really good. Barry's put some carrots in there, which are just starting to come up, so that's awesome. Silver beet crop, which needs weeding, but put more in. A few more beds prepared here. So yeah, all this weed that you see after I've turned over, that's supposed to get smothered by the plastic. That's the theory behind that. Yeah, so we've got a couple of beds here as well, to continue on. Something's been eating my garlic. What's going on over here? This is my crop of elephant garlic, and something's been having a crack at that and pulling it out. Crap. Oh, might have to set the trail cam up and see what's going on there. Well, I had high hopes for that. That was going to be a massive seed stock of elephant garlic, so I don't know what's pulling that out, but oh, look at the slug. But the slug definitely hasn't pulled that out. There's been a few pulled out there. So yeah, that's the veggie plan for this year, and hopefully I can get some more time in the garden with kids getting their license, and they can actually drive themselves to some sports that are far away, and I'll go watch them during the home games and whatnot, and yeah, have a real good crack at the garden this year. So anyway, until next time, I'll probably do an update of what's going on in the greenhouse, and then I might do, well, there's some peas up there. They're going along really well. I've got a tomato bed over there that I'm going to set up. I might do a video on that as well. And yeah, so that's our plan on the veggie patch up the hill this year, and we're going to have a good crack at growing a lot of veggies. And I've acquired a few refrigerators and freezers because my mum passed away recently, so yeah, got a nice freezer stock there that we can start freezing any excess vegetables, and see if we can't get through this global thing that's happening with shortages at the moment. I try and tell people to grow as much as they can for themselves, and you don't need a big space. This is not a huge space, but other parts around the place I've got beds that are tiny and they still, for example, we've got these little Aldi carrot beds, Aldi garden beds. And we've got 4 of these kicking around the place. And if you offset for succession planting, you will have carrots all year round. Fresh carrots all year round. And they don't take up a big space. They take up they're 1 metre by 800 wide, so not very big at all. Jam them full of carrots and you'll have carrots as a staple all year round. I know carrots are cheap enough to buy at the supermarket, but how long that's going to last and how long have they been in cold storage for? And I definitely tell you they don't taste the same when you grow your own heirloom carrots. Anyway, enough of that waffle, and we'll see you all on the next video.